We were here in June 2010 with a message to the Canadian Parliament and the people of Canada that there's a genocide that has taken place 26 years ago in India that has been forgotten by these governments, that it needs to be reminded. It was Andrew Kenya and Sukhminder who stepped up to the plate and filed a petition in the Canadian Parliament asking the Parliament to recognize the Sikh genocide that took place 26 years ago. Obviously, we knew the answer from the government because the High Commissioner of India recently aggressively acted, spoke to the political parties and told them to keep quiet or keep this genocide petition out of the House. But this was the Canadian system. It's a Canadian framework that has allowed us to bring that petition forward, and we were able to do it. So the government of Canada did exactly what we thought they were going to do and said we don't have enough evidence. Okay, 30,000 people died. You don't have evidence. We'll buy that for once. We'll give you the evidence. Sikhs for Justice and the other associate organizations collected the evidence, put it in the folder, and we are here to deliver those documentations to them, to show them how the Indian government's various agencies, how the Indian media, Indian newspapers have recognized that there were more people died than the claim that the government said it was 4,000 or something. So do we need to come back again to our Canadian Parliament and ask them? It's all we want them to do. It's recognize that the genocide in fact took place 27 years ago. It was not riots. It was not infighting. It was genocide, totally one-sided genocide. We met Liberal Party's leader, Honorable Bob Ray, this morning. We explained it to him. Yes, there could be some problems, but you gotta understand one thing, that not even a single Hindu gentleman got hurt in those 4 days, whereas 30,000 Sikhs were not only shot to death, they were ripped apart, they were beaten to death, they were burned to death. Every unhuman system was sort of initiated to kill them. It was not only to eliminate them, it was to teach a lesson to the community that they thought it was a threat to them. Well, unfortunately, you can kill us as much as you want. This is a Guru Ki Fauj. We have expanded throughout the world. We gather for one thing and only one thing, that is justice. Our Gurus has laid their lives. Our 10th Guru has laid his whole family in a life. Our 9th Guru laid his life to protect the religion of India's largest majority people. Therefore, there is no method, or there is no way that you could suppress the Sikh community. But there's a role to play as a Canadian Sikh, and there's a role to play as a Canadian politician. No doubt, we have a concern that some of our community MPs are not here today. Well, if they don't want to come out here, that is fine. But they know the fact that the genocide took place. We want them to act upon, we want them to hear, we want them to know that this is a duty, this is what they are elected for, and this is exactly what we want them to do, to recognize that the Sikh genocide in fact took place, and we want them to be on side to seek justice from India. India could be a very good market these days, but India is not a good friend to be, because they're not upholding their own principles. principles. So therefore, I'd like to thank everyone who has come out. I'd like to thank the Sikhs for justice, to put this movement forward, to bring us all together, to raise our voice, and hopefully this, our Parliament, Canadian Parliament, one day will debate this issue and the entire world will know that the Sikhs were murdered, butchered, so there is no need for them to lay a red carpet for Indian politicians. There is no need to shake hands with Indian politicians unless they come out clear and come out clear to respect not only the human rights, but the human slaughtering they did. And they must be punished for it. And with that, I wanted to thank everyone, and especially Sheila Cox. I called her this morning, and she came, and thank you.